Fizan, the software wala, and I'm a level 1 student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. So viewers, today I'm here with a new Maya. So our today's Maya topic is on what's a new way to organize my daily tasks. So let's start our today's Maya. First of all, call the Maya for some questions.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, sounds good.
Maya, my first question from you is why do people struggle to organize daily tasks? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start the answer, Maya.
I'm not sure I caught what you said clearly. Could you repeat that first question about organizing daily tasks? Seemed a bit garbled. Still here. Just waiting to catch that first question again.
Okay,
Take your
so
time.
Maya, please give me
No
answer on this
rush.
question. My question for you is why do people struggle to organize daily tasks? Please give me answer on this question. You don't give me answer, you only you gossip with me. Please give.
I think you're asking about why people struggle to organize daily tasks, but the audio is still a bit choppy. Is that right? Why do people struggle to organize daily tasks? Is that what you're after? Sorry, I just need to make sure I understand your question correctly before I dive into a full answer. You're asking about why people struggle with daily task organization, is that correct? Sometimes a straightforward problem has really complex roots, and I want to give you a thoughtful response.
Maya, that's really bad answer. Okay, so what are the most common mistake in task management? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start.
Okay, let's talk about common mistakes in task management. I think one big one is trying to juggle too much at once. People create these ridiculously long to-do lists, then feel overwhelmed and avoid the whole thing rather than actually getting through it. Another thing, having vague tasks, right? Work on project, what does that even mean? More specific you get, like draft outline for intro, the more manageable it feels. People also often underestimate how long things take, so everything always ends up running behind schedule, which creates more stress. What resonates most with you from that?
That's really great.
Still waiting for
Maya,
your
my
thoughts.
next
What
question
connects
from you
with you
is
the most from that?
that how does poor task organization affect productivity? So please give me answer on this question.
Hmm. When you get your When your core tasks are organized well, the impact on productivity is huge. A simple structure like breaking big projects into smaller steps, that's the game changer. Instead of feeling stalled by the immensity of it all, you get these mini wins that build momentum. More than that, when you know what comes next and how it connects to the bigger picture, it becomes easier to actually start and keep going. What's your take on all this? Have you found that to be true in your experience? All right,
That's
what's
really bad
next?
answer. My question from you is why do traditional to-do list sometimes fail? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start. The
I'm not quite catching what you're asking about. Are you asking why registered release tasks sometimes fail or something else entirely? The audio's still pretty fragmented on that one. Could you try rephrasing the question or breaking it down into smaller parts? Still here, just waiting to understand your question.
Maya, that's really bad answer. Fully bad answer. Maya, that's really bad answer. So please give me answer on this question. I want to learn on these things. What physiological factors influence task organization? Please give me answer on this question, detailed answer.
All right, you're asking about the physical and logical factors that influence how organized we are. So first, the physical stuff. Environment matters way more than people think. If your workspace is chaotic, your brain's going to be chaotic too. Physical clutter becomes mental clutter. Then there's our actual brain wiring. Our prefrontal cortex is the executive function center. When it's overloaded with too much at once, our ability to prioritize and stay focused gets totally swamped. Logically, there's this concept called cognitive load, basically how much mental effort we're expending. If tasks are too complex or we're constantly switching between them, that cognitive load climbs and we become less efficient, make more mistakes. Does that start to make sense?
So my next question from you is that what are the modern methods for organizing daily tasks? Please give me answer on this question. Let's.
All right, let's dive into modern task organization methods. There's the classic getting things done method, basically get everything out of your head and into a trusted system, then organize into categories like next actions, waiting for, projects. People also swear by time blocking, scheduling specific blocks of time for specific tasks instead of just having an open-ended to-do list. Another popular one is Pomodoro. Work in focused 25-minute bursts with short breaks in between. Digital tools like Todoist or Trello are everywhere too. They let you create lists, set deadlines, collaborate with others. There's even a surge in using second brain apps like Notion to connect your notes, tasks, and ideas in one system. Different things work for different people. It's finding what fits your brain best.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that how does time blocking work and what is the Eisenhower Matrix and how does it help prioritize tasks? Please give me answer this question. Let's.
Okay, so how does basically, instead of just making a to-do list and hoping you'll fit everything in during the day, you actually block off specific chunks of time in your calendar for specific tasks. So maybe 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. is for writing, then 10:30 to 12 p.m. is for calls. As for metrics, well, it shows you exactly how you're spending your time. You can clearly see if you actually stick to your blocks or if meetings keep swallowing them up. It helps because it forces you to make realistic plans, stops you from overcommitting, and creates structure when everything else feels chaotic. It's like scheduling appointments with yourself. Does that make sense? Is this something you've tried before? Moving on, what's your next question?
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is what is task batching and what is the time to time rule? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start.
I'm not sure I'm understanding task matching. Could you clarify what you mean by that? Also, I'm not catching what you meant by time to time due. If you could rephrase that, I'm happy to give you a detailed answer.
Okay, so my next question from you is how can I identify my most productive hours in a day? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start the answer, Maya, and please give me fully interesting answer.
Hi, Gushin. Thanks for sharing your name. Could you clarify what you're asking about identifying? Are you asking how to figure out your own best learning style or something else entirely? The audio is a bit muffled, so I want to make sure I understand your question fully.
Maya, please give me answer. My question from you is how can I identify my most productive hours in a day? Please give me interesting answer on this.
So, finding your most productive hours, that's about tuning into your body clock. Track when you naturally feel most focused and energetic. Notice at times you're naturally drawn to certain types of work. Maybe your brain is wired for creative tasks in the morning and an analysis in the afternoon. There's something called chronotypes, like larks are morning people and owls are night owls. You can find a quick quiz to estimate your chronotype online. Really pay attention over a week or two, write down energy levels throughout the day, and when you actually get deep work done versus just scrolling through your phone, then build your schedule around those peak times instead of fighting your natural rhythms. All right, what's your next question?
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is how can energy level affect the task scheduling? And please give me answer on this question.
You're asking about how energy levels impact tasks. That makes total sense. When you're running on fumes, you're basically setting yourself up to fail on anything requiring real focus or creativity. High energy tasks need peak energy. You can try scheduling those difficult focus tasks when you naturally have the most mental clarity. On low energy days, save routine, mindless tasks for when your brain's running on autopilot. Some people find that routine tasks on low energy days can give you a sense of accomplishment without being totally draining. It's about matching energy levels to task demands.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is should difficult tasks be done first or later? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start the answer.
You're asking whether to tackle hard tasks first or save them for later. Honestly, there's no one right answer. It depends on the person. Some people swear by eat the frog, get the worst thing out of the way first, and everything else feels easier. Others find that starting with something easier builds momentum, and then they have the energy to tackle the tougher stuff. If you're prone to procrastination, maybe start with the harder one to get it over with. But if you're the type who gains momentum from easier wins, start there. It's about what strategy will actually move you forward instead of getting you stuck. What else can I help you with?
Okay, so I have a next question from you is how can I avoid procrastination and how many tasks should I realistically plan for one day? Please give me answer to this question. Let's
So you're asking about how to avoid procrastination and how many tasks to realistically plan. Procrastination, that's usually about either the task feeling overwhelming or you just not wanting to do it. Break down overwhelming tasks into tiny steps, right? Write report becomes write the title. Also, trick your brain by starting with something super easy. Just open the document. As for realistic planning, aim for 3 to 5 big things per day. too much more, and you'll end up either exhausted or feeling like you failed because you couldn't check everything off. Focus on what truly moves the needle rather than getting caught in busy work. What's your next question?
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that what is the difference between urgent and important tasks? Please give me answer to this question. Let's start.
This is a classic one. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, like putting out a fire. Tasks contribute to long-term goals, like planning for those fire to planning not happen to not happen. So strategic. The trap is spending all your time on urgent stuff, answering emails, attending meetings, because it's easier. But important tasks, things like building relationships, working on that side hustle, actual focus work, they actually have the big impact, even if they don't scream for attention right now.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is how can I break large tasks into smaller steps? Please give me answer to this question. Let's.
You're asking about breaking down big tasks into smaller steps, and it sounds like you're wondering if you should start. Absolutely. The whole point of breaking things down is to make them less intimidating. Start with the absolute tiniest, most achievable first step, like way smaller than you think you should. Instead of clean kitchen, maybe it's load dishwasher. Starting with something that takes 5 minutes lowers the activation energy and makes you way more likely to keep going. Does that make sense? Start ridiculously small.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that
What
how
else is
can
on your
daily
list?
planning improve long-term goals? Please give me answer to this question.
I'm not quite catching what you're asking. Are you saying, how can daily planning improve my life? You had mentioned law a couple times, but I'm not sure if that's connected or if you mean life. Could you rephrase that question a bit?
Responding viewers. So again, repeat my question. How often should I review my task list? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start the answer.
Okay, so reviewing your task list, here's the thing. A quick daily review first thing in the morning is key. Like 5 minutes to scan what needs to get done, reprioritize if anything's changed, and mentally prepare. But then a more in-depth review, maybe weekly, Friday afternoons are good for that. Go through everything that didn't get done, figure out why, and move those tasks to the next week. Reviewing helps you see patterns, what you keep postponing, what's realistic timing, which projects keep getting bumped. It prevents that overwhelmed feeling because you know your system has your back, not just these random tasks swirling in your brain. It's like triage. You want to keep things under control before things become critical.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that how can balance work task and personal task? Please give me answer to this question. Let's start the answer.
I'm getting some confusion here. Sounds like you're asking one task and must read task with someone named Dimian Zorvish. The must read is also unclear. Do you mean important tasks? I want to give you a useful answer, but I'm struggling to understand the full question clearly. Maybe try phrase it differently. Take your time, no rush. Still here. I'm ready when you are.
So Maya, my next question from you is that what apps help organize daily tasks and how can digital calendar improve task management? Please give me answer on this question. Let's start the answer.
Okay, so apps for organizing tasks. Todoist and TickTick are solid all-purpose list makers. Trello lets you create visual boards to manage projects. Notion is more like a workspace where you can combine notes, tasks, databases. Pretty powerful, but has a learning curve. Google Calendar, Out Calendar, those are great for scheduling and time blocking. Help because you can visually see how your day is laid out. Reminders and drag and drop tasks to reschedule. They're better than paper because they prevent double booking and let you see the big picture. And syncing across devices means your schedule is always with you.
Okay.
What else are you
Maya,
wondering
my
about?
next question from you is that what is the role of reminders in productivity and are digital tools better than paper or planners? Please give me answer on this question.
Okay, reminders play a huge role in productivity. They act like an external brain, especially when you have a lot going on. A well-timed reminder stops you from dropping the ball on things, even stuff you wouldn't normally forget, like taking meds or scheduling appointments. Digital tools versus paper planners, that's a classic debate. Digital are searchable, customizable. You can set recurring reminders, sync between devices. Paper planners can be good for some people, offer a tactile experience, no distractions, but they're limited by space, easy to lose, can get messy. For most people, digital's probably more practical, especially for complex schedules and multiple commitments. Ultimately, it's about what system you'll actually stick with consistently.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that how can attention help with daily task organization? Please give me answer on this question.
You mean how to focus your attention? Biggest thing is eliminating distractions. Put your phone on do not disturb, close unnecessary tabs, find a quiet space. Then break tasks down into small steps. Overwhelming things are easier when you can focus on one specific thing at a time. Time boxing also works well. Block out specific chunks of time for specific tasks, and then during that time, just focus on that one thing. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is that how can I reduce distractions while completing tasks? Please give me answer on this question.
To cut down on actions while finishing work, turn off notifications on your phone and close apps and programs. If people around you are distractions, invest in noise canceling headphones. If you tend to get tasked, make a rule that you can only check email or social media after you've reached a specific milestone. Pomodoro technique can help too. Focus work in timed bursts with short breaks. And honestly, sometimes just moving to a different room can reset your focus. What's your next question?
Okay, so this was Maya. I hope you like it. I meet with you.